I collapsed at my graduation. The doctors called my parents. They never came. My sister posted family day without the drama. Days later, I saw 75 missed calls and a text from dad. We need you. I made my choice. I collapsed at my own graduation ceremony. 1 minute, I was walking across the stage to get my diploma. The next minute, I was on the ground and people were screaming. I woke up in an ambulance with an oxygen mask on my face. The paramedic told me my heart had stopped for almost a minute. They got it beating again, but I needed emergency surgery. Something was wrong with one of my valves. They'd known about it since I was a kid, but my parents never followed up on the treatment. Too expensive, they said. She'll be fine, they said. I almost died because they didn't want to pay for doctor visits. The hospital called my emergency contacts while I was in surgery. Both my parents. Neither answered. They called my sister. She didn't answer either. When I woke up after the surgery, I was alone. A nurse was checking my IV. She looked at me with sad eyes. Is there anyone else we can call for you? I gave her my roommate's number. She came within an hour. My own family never showed up at all. I spent 4 days in the hospital hooked up to machines. My roommate visited every day. My professor sent flowers. My parents sent nothing. No calls, no texts, no visits. On the second day, my roommate showed me something on her phone. She didn't want to, but I insisted. It was my sister's Instagram. A photo of my whole family at a restaurant. My parents, my sister, her husband, my brother, and his girlfriend. They were all smiling. The caption said, "Family day without the drama." She posted it 6 hours after I almost died. My roommate asked if I wanted her to comment something. I said no. I just stared at the photo for a long time. There I was, alone in a hospital bed with tubes in my arms, and there they were, eating pasta and laughing. The drama they were avoiding was me. I'd always known I was the least favorite, the one who asked too many questions, the one who didn't just go along with everything. My sister was the golden child. My brother was the baby. I was just the middle kid who made things complicated by having opinions. But this was different. This wasn't forgetting my birthday or missing my school play. This was them choosing to ignore me while I was fighting for my life. I turned off my phone and focused on recovery. The doctor said I was lucky. Another few minutes and there would have been brain damage. I needed to rest and avoid stress, so I didn't contact my family. They clearly didn't want to hear from me anyway. 5 days after my surgery, I finally turned my phone back on. 75 missed calls, most from my dad, a few from my mom, even some from my sister, and one text from my father. We need you. Answer immediately. For a moment, I thought maybe they finally realized what happened. Maybe someone told them how serious it was. Maybe they felt guilty. Then another text came through from my mom. Your father's business is in trouble. We need you to co-sign a loan. You have the best credit in the family. Call us now. I laughed so hard my stitches hurt. They didn't know I almost died. They didn't care that I almost died. They just needed my signature. I thought about all the times I helped them before. The car I co-signed for my sister that she crashed and stopped paying for, destroying my credit for 2 years. The apartment deposit I loaned my brother that he never paid back. The credit card I added my mom to that she maxed out on things I never saw. I spent years rebuilding my credit score after my family destroyed it. And now they wanted me to risk it again for a father who couldn't even visit me in the hospital. I typed back one message. I was in the hospital for 5 days after collapsing at graduation. Emergency heart surgery. You never came. You never called. You went out for family dinner without me. I'm not co-signing anything. Don't contact me again. Then I blocked all of them. My roommate helped me move to a new apartment after I recovered. I didn't give my family the address. I changed my phone number. I started over completely. 3 months later, I heard from a cousin that my father's business went under. He couldn't get the loan without a co-signer with good credit. They lost the building. Had to sell their house to cover debts. My sister's husband left her because he'd invested money in my dad's business and lost everything. My brother moved back in with my parents into a small rental. My cousin said my mom cried about how I abandoned them in their time of need. She said I was ungrateful after everything they did for me. I asked my cousin what exactly they did for me. She couldn't answer. I'm 23 now. I have a good job, a small apartment, friends who actually show up and things get hard. I have a scar on my chest from the surgery that saved my life. Sometimes I touch it and remember waking up alone in that hospital room. I don't hate my family. Hate takes too much energy. I just finally accepted what they showed me my whole life. I was never part of that family. I was just useful sometimes. And when I stopped being useful, when I became drama instead of help, they literally posted about how much better things were without me. So I gave them what they wanted, a life without me in it. They just didn't expect it to happen on my terms instead of theirs. Some people only realize what you did for them after you stop doing it. By then, it's usually too late. It was too late for my family the moment they chose a restaurant over my hospital room. I hope the pasta was worth it.